Well, how do you sleep when you go camping? Well, let me tell you right now, I really like to use cots, and I love this Cabela's lounge cot. I'm also a big fan of the REI Kingdom cot, and I'm going to show you why I give the edge to the Cabela's lounge cot here as I break it down and show you how I sleep. First of all, one thing I love about this Cabela's lounge cot is it comes up with a really nice bag with a shoulder harness, a handle, and then there's even some handles on the sides. I really like this a lot because when you are carrying it very far, and you don't want to carry it too far because it is heavy, but when you are packing it maybe 50 yards, 100 yards where your campsite is because it's not right next to your truck, it's really nice to have a good quality carrying case. Okay, let's take a look inside the bag. Okay, the first thing you're going to notice is all of the legs on it. And before we get to the legs, I want to show you these knobs right here, these red knobs. They keep the legs from folding up on you on accident, of course. Okay, here's another thing I really like. It has these straps that go around the legs, and it keeps these secured a little bit better. And then there's these knobs right here to keep it locked into place. And these knobs are not just for transporting, but maybe you want to sit up instead of lay down. Now the Cabela's cot is really similar to the REI cot, the Kingdom cot. They're about the same size. They both have the padding. They're about the same width and length. But besides the Cabela's cot coming with a really nice carrying bag, the thing that really sells it for me is the foot of the bed has a fourth set of legs. You have two in the middle, one at the head, and one at the foot. REI only has one at the head and two in the middle. It doesn't have it at the foot. I can't tell you how many times me or a family member or a friend has sat on the end of the REI cot and flipped it up in the air and ended up on the floor. So sure, it probably adds a little bit of weight, but I'm telling you what, I'd rather have a little extra weight because these are already big and heavy. It's not like you're saving a lot of weight. Having that fourth set of legs means a lot to me. Lastly, one I want to point out is there is kind of a headrest right here if you didn't have a pillow. On this side, you can see there's a holder here where you can put some things in it, maybe your phone or something important, or maybe it's Kleenex or whatever, but it's right here. It's really nice. Now you may think having a cot like this and maybe a sleeping bag and a pillow might be how I sleep great when I'm camping, but you'd be wrong. Let me show you what I do in addition to this to sleep the best I've ever slept when camping. First, go get yourself a 3-inch memory foam. You can get them online, and I'll have everything in the description below. But this is the beginning of how I sleep really good. Let me show you the rest. All right, first things first, sheets. And you may laugh at me, but that's okay. I sleep really comfortably, but I'll tell you what, you could sleep really comfortably without the sheets, but I'm telling you, if you want to use the memory foam, you want the sheet to keep the memory foam in place or it'll move around on you. So that's reason number one. Reason number two is we all sleep in sheets at home, so why not now? And I just like to sleep this way, so let me show you how it's done and I'll finish it up and we'll talk a little bit more. The next thing I do is I use 2 sleeping bags. Both of them are not to go on me, only one is. And let me show you why I use another sleeping bag. So they're unzipped and I use them like a comforter. So there's a problem with every cot I know of, and if you use a sheet, you can't tuck the sheet in or a blanket. So that's what this other sleeping bag for. It's to put some weight on the end of the sleeping bag so During the middle of the night, I'm not moving around and all of a sudden my feet get cold because my feet stick out from underneath the bed or something. This really helps. Let me show you why. I just put it at the end of the cot like this, about a third of it that's hanging over and about 2/3 that's up on top. These 2 sleeping bags may be all that I need tonight because it's pretty warm this weekend. But I'll always bring another few blankets just to make sure so I'm not getting really cold in the middle of the night. All right, now I've got my pillow and I'm just gonna add, there's another reason why you want a blanket here. With that second sleeping bag at the bottom of the cot, it'll move around and even fall off the bed at night. So not only does this blanket look cool, it helps to keep that bottom sleeping bag from falling off or going from side to side. Well, after many years, this is how I've found to sleep the very best I've ever slept when camping. I'd love to hear your thoughts or advice because I'm always looking for ways to make camping more enjoyable, and sleeping is one of those things, so leave a comment below. Well, thanks for joining me out here in Colorado. Get out here in the mountains and stay safe.